Like the video and subscribe for this wonderful looking cookie. Hey yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we are here back inside of Build-A-Boat once again, and today we are going to be taking a look at all the upcoming new tools that could be added to Build-A-Boat for Treasure, and also some major changes with the tools we have now, and some stuff that is really likely to get added in a future update. If you guys are not aware, we are just about 2 weeks away from an update dropping to Build-A-Boat, which is going to be the July update that is automated and is going to come out every year. And well, we could be seeing some more content be added inside of this update, and you never know, a new tool could be added as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned and also like the video and subscribe. Comment down below the keyword. Keyword is going to be soccer ball. Comment that down below and you might get a gift by me in the next video. And congratulations to this person right here for getting some free gold. There you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that little gift. All right, let's go ahead and hop into one of the first things I actually want to get into with these tools, and that is the scale tool 2.0. The scale tool was actually added to Build-A-Boat for Treasure about a few years ago, and it has been one of the most game-changing tools we've ever had inside of the game. When this tool got added, you could finally not have to place blocks one by one. It was probably like one of the most efficient tools the game's ever added. Now, throughout the years, they've also added more things to the scale tool, like, you know, certain scaling and all that cool stuff, and it actually allowed us to make micro blocks inside of the game. Well, guys, it looks like we're going to be seeing the scale tool 2.0 be coming out to Build-A-Boat because the game's already hinting at it. Now, I know I've already covered this in a few videos, but that's why I'm listing it first, is to get it out of the way. But for those of you guys that don't actually know, entering inside of the secret room right here, when you put the code inside of the bookshelf and it opens up this area, everything on the pedestals reveals an update of Build-A-Boat, and there's this right here, which is the 0.001 scaling, which is actually a new feature for the scale tool to where we can make even better micro blocks. You see right here, when we actually scale something and we set it to 0, it's not actually 0. That is actually 0.05 right there. That is the smallest it can possibly go. Now, I know that's super small, but with this new Roblox update, you are going to be able to get a 0.01, and which is literally way smaller than that. So we're going to be able to make micro blocks even more micro, which means you're going to have some cool creation. They're going to be able to build, like some very detailed builds are going to be coming out to the game. People are probably going to make their own custom blocks inside of the game as well. It's going to be a crazy update when it drops, and it looks like Build-A-Boat is already hinting at it because it's a secret inside of the secret room. Let's go ahead and hop into one of the second tools that is very likely to come to Build-A-Boat, and that hundreds of people have been requesting this thing to be added to the game. And that right there is the material changing tool. So this is actually a common thing inside of, like, you know, different Roblox building games. A lot of Roblox building games have items that, or tools, I should say, that let's say you build like your entire creation out of wood and you don't want to have to like replace it. Imagine this is just super detailed. You'd be able to actually change the material of the block. Let's say I wanted to change from wood to this clay texture right here. I'd be able to do that by selecting it and then changing it with the tool and then allowing it to become this right here. Now, they also could do this as a feature with the paint tool. I feel like that'd make the most sense to where they make it a built-in feature with the paint tool, because the paint tool, you already kind of just color things. What if you could just do that and change the material, kind of like how the paint tool works? Let me know down below if you guys would find this tool useful and if you'd want it to get added to the game, because I know personally there's been times where I've made creations where I want to change the material of it, but I don't want to have to rebuild the entire thing. So it'd be a very useful tool, and we could definitely be seeing it inside of the future of Build-A-Boat. Let's go ahead and hop into the next one. The next one I actually want to get into is a mirror tool. Now, the mirror tool, we kind of have it inside of the game, but if we have an actual mirror tool, then it would make things 10 times easier. You can see right here, let's say this is a very detailed design and it's facing to the left. Well, let's say we wanted to take it and select it and be able to kind of duplicate it and mirror it to copy to the exact same side. Now, we already kind of have that built in with the trowel tool. You just have to kind of do a little few extra steps. We'd have to select just like this. We'd have to then clone, and then once we clone, we'd have to select it again, go to rotate, turn it 300 or 90 degrees or 180 degrees right there, and have a mirror tool. But a lot of people would just rather have a tool or a function built into the trowel to where it's a mirror. Now, I feel like they, instead of making a whole new tool, they definitely could add it into the travel tool, where it's a feature right here. Instead of clone, move, and rotate, if they added one that said a mirror, to where they just grab it like this, and basically what it'll do is it'll just duplicate it, and then at the same time, it would also flip it 180 degrees as well. So that way it'd be a mirror tool. Let me know down below if you guys would want that function added to the travel tool or a completely new tool in general. I feel like a new tool wouldn't be necessarily necessary, but adding it to the travel tool would make sense. Same with the material changing tool with the paint tool. I feel like those would be a cool combination. Now, just last year, or 2 years ago, I should say, Thrill actually uploaded this to his inventory on July 12th of 2021. So it wasn't that long ago. And now you guys are probably thinking, oh no, not the blueprint tool. Well, guys, it looks like that Thrill may have actually completely like thrown this one out the window, is not going to use it. I'm not entirely too sure, but it looks like that blueprint tool was definitely on track to get added to build a boat for Treasure. It was actually super interesting because this is what Thrill said publicly about the tool to actually give you guys a better picture of how it would work. He said, here's an idea. What if we found builds made by the community and added them to the shop? Something like you spend a certain amount of gold for blueprints to a build. What do you all think? Maybe include some credits and reward the original builder, and the player would need the necessary blocks to own. So it was actually a very, very interesting idea. Some people really liked it and some people didn't like it at all. We actually made like a prototype of this thing to like show kind of like how it would work if it did get added to the game. So for example, if you didn't actually want to build something, you just use the blueprint tool and build it for yourself. But it also cost you some gold to use it, but it would also allow people to show off their own creations and maybe even get their own rewards inside of the game. But take a look at this clip right here of us using like a kind of base model of this thing, I guess. Now this isn't real, obvious. I mean, it's real, but it's not like an actual thing made by Thrill. Check this out. So we actually made our own UI for this. I know this is like a really, really rough draft, but anyway, right here, it cost 500 gold, but you'd need 28 concrete, 4 seats, 30 titanium, and 48 wood. You need all the necessary blocks to own it, right? And it would have like a menu with all like the builds on it, kind of just like this, where you just click on the boat and you insert it. I mean, like I said, this is a very, very rough draft of how it would work, but take a look at this. So we just click on insert boat just like this, and then you'd have to, you know, place it on your plot anywhere you want. You wouldn't be able to place it out of the plot because that wouldn't make sense. And wherever it's green, you can place. Wherever it's blue, you can. And then when you actually place it, once you find a good spot for it, when you place it, it'll build it automatically, just like this. With the click of a button, you can create your very own boat. That does work. And all the builds are all made for you, and you don't have to do any work. But since then, guys, I don't think that's ever going to get added to the game, to be completely honest. I mean, it looks like it might have a chance. I honestly don't know. I actually don't want to say anything because I honestly don't know. Maybe they've been working on this thing for a long time and maybe it's going to get added. So I can't say anything. I'm not going to say any confirmation if it will or will not get added because I honestly have no idea. Now, some more changes that a lot of people want inside of the game is more add-ons to the property tool. Now, a basic example of this would be the spring update. If you guys didn't actually know, inside of one of the most recent build-a-bout updates we had, they redid the springs. So now you can make very, very long springs, but it's actually made it a little bit difficult to actually use the spring now. Like, a lot of people don't really like this, so using the property tool, you'd be able to like use the spring in like the old-fashioned way, how it used to work. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But I don't know if we'd be able to use that with the property tool, or if they should make a completely separate item for the spring. I feel like that'd make more sense. What if they made a spring that you could like connect long, and then one of how it originally worked? Let me know down below what you guys think about that, because I kind of miss the old springs, I'm not gonna lie. Although this is very useful, I sometimes want the original spring to work like how it originally worked, because it was kind of useful. But let me know down below what tool features you guys think is going to get added to the game. Make sure to go ahead and drop a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you all inside of the next one. Peace out and goodbye.